Secondary 3 Youth Wind Ensemble. And as soon as we go up a little bit higher in the grades, we start to play music that has a different type of meaning because they're headed into symphonic winds. And I look very, very much forward to seeing these ladies and gentlemen in symphonic winds next year. So that first piece was called Intrada. It's part of a suite, a 5-movement suite by a great American composer, Alfred Reed. So I was explaining to the students that Alfred Reed is kind of like the Haydn, or maybe not quite Mozart, of this time for wind ensembles. So he is one of the well-known composers right now for wind ensemble. But the cool part is he only writes for very advanced groups. So we were very excited to be able to play this one movement of a very challenging suite, but it's nice to be able to play some of the great composers. Second piece you will obviously recognize by title, and if not by theme. This is from William Tell Overture, several themes from that particular piece. Enjoy. So our next piece, if you're familiar with folk songs, I bet most of you, I better not say that, some of you will recognize this next one. It is an Australian folk song called Waltzing Matilda. How many people know Waltzing Matilda? I just did it myself. Waltzing Matilda, Waltzing Matilda. So it was very interesting because we were able to sit and listen to an original folk song singer from Australia, and to talk about what some of the very strange words meant. So it was kind of like having to decode this very language that we're not really used to. But so very nice. So our next one is called the New South Wales March, and it's an area in Australia. And you'll hear Waltzing Matilda near the very end. you like that folk song? Yeah, I think it's beautiful. You know, it's funny, actually, I had someone ask me the other night, what would you play if it was your last concert? Because I have a couple of very dear friends that are coming to the end of their musical journey with certain groups. And it got us talking, and I would program that piece. That particular march is one of my most favorite marches I've ever played here. And I thought it was a really good question. Just would I program for the band, or would I program it just for me? And I was like, maybe both, maybe both. So we are so happy that you've joined us this evening. We thank very much our principal, Mr. Yamarone. If he's in the house, please thank you very much. Of course, our vice principal intern, Jessica Neri, who is just fantastic. We're going to miss her. Oh, wow. Melina Catalano, our Arts Etude consultant. There she is, right back there. Thank you so much, Melina. We can't do this. This is not a single person's job. We all come together to create what this beautiful department is and what the wonderful experiences are that we try to give our kids. Of course, our Music Parents Association in red with their president, Ms. Laura Mara. They're in red. They're here. They can stand up. No, you know, they're not here because they're all working hard outside, cleaning up to make sure everything runs smoothly. It is such a blessing to know that we have so many parents behind us that are helping to make this hopefully a wonderful evening. And then next week, there's another wonderful evening, all symphonic winds, all secondary 4 and 5. And so we have just a couple of secondary 3s thrown in, class act, and of course, one secondary 2. So it'll be symphonic winds, class act, senior jazz band, and then some gold medal award-winning solos from Victoriaville. We had several students in the past weekend that went to Victoriaville, and they all represented Rosemount so very well. On stage, they'll stand, please. We have Miss, here we go. All right, Miss please stand. She's already turned red, Miss Carissa Vasali on tenor sax. And then we also had several members of Class Act that also went, and they took home first prize as well. Class Act members, please stand up. Percussion are already standing, hurry up. The vocalists, Ellie, we're so very proud. It was really nice to see the students intermix with students from all over Quebec, all different levels, all different types of music, and just kids making music and enjoying it. So thank you so much for that. A special thanks to Starbucks. Did you like the coffee? Yeah, better than coffee. So thank you to Starbucks on L'Angelier for providing our coffee, so drop by when you have a moment. And of course, a special thanks also to our long-time sponsor, the Les Délices La Frenée, St. Leonard for their pastries. Thank you. I think it's a new life mission to try once every single cake that they have. Because if you know what La Frenée is, you know how hard it is to choose. So we thank them for that. They'll be helping us all throughout all of our concerts. So next week, May 9th, senior, and if anyone would like more tickets, again, please just ask. Just ask. We'd like to fill the house for them as well. Then we have something new this year, very special, collaboration with EMSB Senior Chorale and Rosemount Symphonic Winds on May 23rd. Again, those passes are available, they're free. The choir is celebrating its 45th anniversary, and it's a very special concert program, and a very special director who's also programming her last concert with the choir. So we'll say goodbye to her. And then you are all invited on June 23rd for our music awards ceremony. All of the parents, all the music students come and celebrate excellence, and just not the ones that have an award. It can't happen without every single person sitting on this stage. Every single person is important, and we will celebrate them. There'll be some more information, of course, to follow. We always have to say thank you to our wonderful teachers. The team is amazing. Mr. Cooperwood. And Mr. Martin. Okay, now some of you know this. You guys are going to follow me. Yeah, what? It's a joy and a pleasure every day. All right, so we also have a fantastic website. Now, how many people have visited our website? Oh, come on, everybody has to go this weekend. Visit the website. Mr. Cooperwood does a fantastic job as an educational resource supported by the Music Parents Association. It's phenomenal. So I want you to go to Rosemount Music. We also have some wonderful guests with us this evening. Ms. Maria Corsi. I saw her earlier. She's waving. She's our commissioner for Ward 4 from the EMSB Council of Commissioners. So thank you very much for taking your time. We love to have people from the school board come and see what we do. I think we're kind of special. Thank you so much. All right, so as we finish with our last piece, Pevensey Castle, I asked the students, I said, what do you see? What do you hear? Because sometimes music just makes our feet tap. Sometimes the idea of it is meant to soothe us and make us feel sleepy and tired and comfortable. And then other times it's meant to paint a picture. So I asked them to give me a sentence or two about what they feel or see for this next piece. I put them all together, and just to give you an idea. So if you want to close your eyes and try to visualize where we're headed and where we're going to take you with the next piece, go right ahead. Out across the rolling moors lies Pevensey Castle, a medieval fortress now in ruins. Shrouded in mist, tales of long ago battles echo through its empty hallways and over the endless landscape. Seemingly still, electricity dances in the air, heralding the approaching storm. Pevensey Castle. gentlemen, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful weekend. Take care.
Good.